Napoleon Bonaparte, a name synonymous with military genius, strategic mastermind, conqueror of Europe. But even the best of us have our off days. And boy, did Napoleon have a doozy when he decided to invade Russia in the winter of 1812. It's like trying to grill a steak on an iceberg. Ambitious, sure, but ultimately a recipe for disaster. This wasn't just any winter, mind you, this was the Russian winter. The kind of winter that could make a polar bear think twice about going outside. The kind of winter where your breath turns to ice crystals that could cut diamonds. And Napoleon, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be the perfect time for a leisurely stroll to Moscow. Now, you might be wondering, what was Napoleon thinking? Surely a military genius like him wouldn't just waltz into Russia in winter without a plan, right? Well, he did have a plan, it just happened to be a terrible one. You see, Napoleon believed he could quickly crush the Russian army in a decisive battle, forcing Tsar Alexander I to surrender. He underestimated, however, a few tiny details, like the sheer size of Russia and the unwavering resolve of the Russian people. And oh yeah, the whole winter thing. His plan relied on speed and decisive victories. He aimed to engage the Russian army in a major battle, hoping to crush their forces and force a quick surrender. He severely underestimated the vastness of Russia and the harshness of its winter. As Napoleon's grand army marched deeper into Russia, the temperature plummeted and the snow began to fall. Soon the once mighty army found itself bogged down in a sea of white. Supplies dwindled, horses died, and the soldiers, ill-prepared for the brutal conditions, began to succumb to frostbite, hunger and disease. The winter was so severe that cannons froze solid, horses slipped and shattered their legs on the icy ground, and soldiers resorted to burning anything they could find just to stay alive. The Battle of Borodino, a bloody stalemate, shattered Napoleon's hopes for a quick victory. Forced to retreat as winter tightened its icy grip, the Grand Armée was decimated. The once proud force, reduced to a shadow of its former self, limped back to France, having learned a brutal lesson about the perils of underestimating the Russian winter. The retreat was a chaotic nightmare. Soldiers, desperate to escape the cold and the pursuing Russian army, abandoned their weapons and supplies. The once Grand Army was reduced to a starving, frostbitten rabble. Section 5, History's Greatest Hits, a catalogue of military mishaps. Napoleon's Russian campaign is right up there with some of history's most epic military blunders. It's like the charge of the Light Brigade, but with snowdrifts instead of cannons. Or the Battle of Calansebe's, where the Austrian army accidentally attacked itself in the dark. Only this time it wasn't darkness that defeated Napoleon, but a blinding blizzard of his own making. These campaigns, separated by time and geography, share a common thread of overconfidence, miscalculation, and a failure to adapt to unforeseen circumstances. Section 6. From Emperor to Ice Sculpture, the rapid decline of Napoleon's ambitions. The disastrous Russian campaign marked a turning point in Napoleon's fortunes. The invincible aura that once surrounded him shattered like thin ice on a frozen lake. Europe, emboldened by his defeat, rose up against him. The once mighty emperor found himself exiled to the island of Elba. This wasn't just a military defeat, it was a complete and utter humiliation. It's the kind of mistake that makes you want to change your name and move to a remote island. Oh, wait. Section 7. Lessons Not Learned. The Enduring Legacy of Napoleon's Folly. Napoleon's ill-fated Russian adventure serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of hubris and the importance of planning for the unexpected. It's a reminder that even the most brilliant military minds can fall victim to their own arrogance, and that Mother Nature can be a formidable foe. His story highlights the dangers of overconfidence and the importance of adaptability in warfare. Section 8. What could have been? Imagining an alternate timeline. Imagine, if you will, a world where Napoleon had decided to pack a few extra pairs of socks instead of invading Russia in winter. What if he'd consulted a weatherman instead of relying on his own inflated ego? Perhaps, just perhaps, history would have unfolded quite differently. Had Napoleon heeded the warnings of his advisors and acknowledged the logistical challenges of a winter campaign in Russia, the course of European history might have taken a dramatically different turn. Section 9, in conclusion, don't invade Russia in winter, kids. Napoleon's invasion of Russia in 1812 stands as a testament to the limits of human ambition and the unforgiving nature of the Russian winter. It's a story of hubris, miscalculation, and the enduring power of nature. And it's a lesson that, hopefully, future generations of leaders will learn from. So, next time you're feeling overconfident, remember Napoleon's frozen adventure. And maybe pack a sweater just in case. His campaign serves as a timeless reminder of the folly of underestimating logistical challenges and the dangers of unchecked ambition.